So another question, how is policy created and reviewed by the party?
Yeah, okay. So let's say, for example, take a concrete example. We've got two policies that we're developing at the moment. One is a media policy, a wide-ranging media policy. And the other is a much wider version. We've got a published health policy, but a great deal more detailed health policy to, you know, where you go to the health policy, you click on a link and you get a lot more to read if you want. So what happens is that in the case of the media policy, Mike Gibbons, who's our candidate for a Warringah. In the case of the health policy, Michael Glixman, who's not a candidate, but he's one of our Wave of Change ambassadors. They've got their own particular expertise in those. Michael's a doctor, Michael Glixman's a doctor. Mike Gibbons had a lot to do with the media. They've got personal expertise in those areas. They are given the carriage of the draft policy. So what they do is they go away and they think and they talk to people and they research and they come up with a draft policy. And just so happens that both those draft policies have come in yesterday at the same time. And so they will now be circulated to all members. And what happens is that the members don't have to comment. If they all commented, we'd have a lot of comments because, you know, we've now got 550 members. So, but they can comment, and typically you'll get 20, 30, 40, depending on, you know, the level of interest, comments, suggestions for changes, suggestions for additions, and they'll all go back to the original drafter. So in the case of the media policy, it'll go to Mike, and then he will collate all those comments, sift them, call the respective members if that's necessary, discuss it with whoever he wants to discuss it with, and come up with a kind of second draft policy. And that second draft policy then goes off to the national executive, who makes the final decision. And when I say makes the final decision, there may very well be a lot of toing and froing between the drafter of policy, in this case Mike, and ourselves, and any of the members who've taken a particular interest in it. So it's quite a long, drawn out consultation process, but I think at the end of the day, what we're finding is that it's worth it because the members, the candidates, everybody feels satisfied that it's the best policy that we can get. The best way we can get the best policy, I suppose, for a given thing.